I'm James King. It's really good to be here tonight with you all. And I only have a minute, so I wrote it down, as we were discussing earlier. But Unity is a safe haven where people are allowed to explore their own spirituality without judgment. Our doctrinal statement very well could be the Sermon on the Mount. We practice the teaching of Jesus and the universal principles found in the Bible and other sacred texts. We believe that all people have value and worth, and that every person has the right to express the spark of divinity that is within them. As a movement, we are not against anyone, but rather our goal is to empower people to make the changes in their own lives through the one power, the one presence that we call God. We believe that the Creator has made the diversity we see in the world, so our purpose is to learn from it and to enjoy it. So, in a nutshell, Unity. Absolutely. You know, this idea of creating peace in the world, I think it's important to have a vision of the world that you want to see. A world that works for everyone, where everyone can have a piece of the pie, so to speak. And so, to me, you know, there's a scripture that you see in the New Testament at just about every ball game. It says, "For God so loved the world." And so you just think about that. You know, think about that idea that whatever your conception or your perspective of God is, then it would have to be bent toward the positive in some way. Because we live in a world where there is actually more positive than there is negative. As long as you don't watch the news, you experience that. And so I believe that the world is full of potentialities, full of possibilities. And I feel like that it's not our job to judge people in the world, but to learn how to be with people in the world. Learn how to be with them in a way that makes sense, you know, just basic common sense. Jesus talked about loving your enemies and loving your neighbor, you know, as you love yourself, and loving God. And so there's a lot of love, you know, being thrown around. And so what is your definition of love? What is your mission, your personal mission? What is the mission that you have in life? And I think one of the things that we can do is if we can work toward the end of suffering, helping to alleviate human suffering in whatever way, shape, or form that we can do that, then I believe that we are fulfilling whatever good that we have in us, and that by doing that, that we are helping to bring about a healing to the world, which is what the world needs. We need less duality, we need less anger and resentment and bitterness, and we need more people who are actually practicing their principles of kindness and cooperation and working together. And so, to me, you know, we can have a harmonious world if we want to, but we have to have the right focus. We have to see the world from a different space, from a higher perspective. And in doing that, then we have more faith and confidence. Many times when you watch the news, it just zaps all of the energy out of your body. And you feel powerless, and you feel like, you know, there's nothing I can do. But there is something that each one of us can do. We can help our neighbors. We can reach out beyond ourselves and do that thing that we are here to do. By doing that, then all of us together, then it makes a difference. Yeah, I agree, you know, with what everyone is saying. I think that's fabulous. You know, I don't have to agree with anybody in order to love them. Right? Mother Teresa said, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. And I think that real change starts with the individual. You know, real change, real peace comes from within. And when I'm at peace, and I've resolved my own personal conflicts, then I'm going to be a better reconciler. And I think that we have been taught as children, you know, immediately we begin to separate, you know, by age. by color, by economics, and all of these different things. And we teach our children these ideas without realizing what we're saying, what we're teaching them. And I think it's important that we also instill a love for learning, because it's the people who want to learn about others and others' faith traditions, that want to learn about how people in different economic situations, how they act and respond, and what they need. And I think that we need to have more of the bigger picture, which I get back to, that fear is the basis of conflict. Whenever we're in conflict, somebody is afraid of something. And so to resolve the conflict, we have to resolve the fear in ourselves. And so to me, that's really important. And as we do that, then it's reflected out in the world. And we see more and more peace outside. Because if you've ever played whack-a-mole, if you're trying to get your brother-in-law to agree with you, you're trying to get your spouse to agree with you, you're trying to get different people to believe like you do, and finally you think that you've got it, and then Cousin Ed comes in and says, no, I see it a different way. And so we have to be at peace with ourselves, I think, which is the most important thing. And then we can make peace outwardly.